Boys Nation, it's your guy, Tyrus Rex, and this is the Tyrus Rex Show. If you all are keeping up, what just happened is we got curb stomped by the Philadelphia Eagles. That's a terrible feeling. However, we did improve our draft status. We moved up from 15, I think, to 13. Will not be reflected in this mock draft. However, one thing's for certain, two things for sure. We need everything. We need an elite running back. Rico Dowd's cool, but he's not where you want to be if you're trying to compete with the big dogs. We need something speedy and punchy. We need that. We can live without it, but we need that. We need O-line help, right? Either need a guard or perhaps even a tackle there. So two needs there. You absolutely need a receiver. Like, we're not going to get it done. We're not going to get it done with what we're bringing as far as offensive weapons. You look around the league, you look at who's doing what. Either you got one of those quarterbacks, right? We got a good one, but he's not one of those, right? Or you got just some elite weapons, or you got both, right? Look at the receiver, look at the quarterbacks who doing it. Either they're good with a lot of weapons, they're great, right, with some weapons, or they're great with a lot of weapons, right? We're not there. We're not there. I'm telling you, we're not there. So we got a lot of needs. Linebacker, cornerbacks, right? Safety, needs everywhere. So what we're going to do today, right, before we get started, give us a like and a subscribe. But what we're going to do special today for you, we're going to give you 3 mock drafts. That's right. We're going to give you 3 mock drafts. We're going to give you one from PFF, Pro Football Focus. Yes, indeed. We're going to give you a 3-round banger there. Then we're going to another site. Then we're going to do another site. We're going to do this thing right till we fix our problems. All right, let's start it off. Oh, and they have updated it. Awesome. Let's start off with us a 3-round mock draft, and we're kicking things off. Here we go. PFF. Start this draft. And first up, you got Gentry here, right? You got Gentry here, which we love. You got Jalen Walker here, which we love, but we don't love like that, right? Because that's a project. Right now, based upon all the information we know, we think Ashton Gentry is the one. He is the chosen one right now. We might learn more next week. But right now, as it stands, he's a chosen one. So he's intriguing to us, right? I think it's like Jalen Walker, Gentry at this moment in time. I would have to go with the running back. The big receivers are primarily off the board. Wow, DT's off the board, right? So we getting our running back. A lot of Cowboys Nation is happy here. I got mixed feelings. I'm hoping I can get something other than running back with that first round pick. Coming back around, you got Jack Sawyer. For me, it's a meh type of motion, right? He all right. He's all right. Ed Green, Marshall Edge. I like him a lot. You could talk me into that. We need receiver bad though. Really like the inside DB right there. Dylan Sampson's intriguing. Too rich for my blood right here. Xavier Rest Pro. I buy that for $1. Like, I buy that for $1. I really would. I'd buy that for $1. I'm interested in the receiver right here. I really am. I like him a bit more than the TCU guy. Cornerback is a need too, sneaky need. But I'm like, let's go ahead and give Dak what he needs, right? Let's go ahead and give Dak what he needs. And what he needs is a stout defense. Let's go ahead and get our D tackle right here. I love Trey Harris right here. I absolutely love Trey Harris right here. We get our receiver. So again, you're going to need free agency. This will only let us go. Oh. This will only let us go 3 rounds deep because I'm not paying no $30 a month for this. But tell me, how would you feel about this? I may have reached at round two. I really like Alfred Collins. You love Ashton Gentry here, and I'm telling you, Trey Harris is sneaky nice here. So y'all let me know. We got an A- overall for this draft. But we're going to pause this thing. We're going to load back up, and we're going to get into our next draft. All right, y'all. We're back. We're back. Now we're on one of my favorites, Pro Football Network. Really love their simulator. We're about to get into this. We're going to do a 5-round because with 5 rounds, you're really able to see what we're able to do. So I prefer doing the 5 rounds, knocking them out real quick. Uh-oh. We're not going to do any trades. We're not going to do no trades this time. We're not going to get crazy like that. We're just going to see what falls to us with no trades. Let's see what we do. All right. We at 13 now. Got Ashton Gentry, Luther Burden, Kelvin Banks Jr. Right? I like all of those names. Like for me, now this is a little different than what we saw in the last draft. You seeing Ashton Gentry, but I'm also seeing another piece. I'm looking at Kelvin Banks Jr. And I'm saying, you know what? For me, he probably the best tackle in this thing. He really is. And I'm like, whether you're looking at like tackle's a problem, both of them. And when Dak was at his best, he was definitely okay at tackle. So for me, I'm going Kelvin Banks right here, and I'm letting Steele and the young pup figure it out at right tackle, right? And then we're just figuring out what we're gonna do at the right guard, and that's pretty solid for us. Again, we're not doing no trade backs right here. Now, it's really sexy right here. Like ideally we want a receiver right here, right? If the board worked that way, and if you look at what receivers out here, the ones I would really want, like perhaps gone, Xavier Respro, he's right at the end. Like I'm not excited about getting him right here, especially considering what's on the board. And again, when you think about the Dallas Cowboys, we need a lot. So you almost in a position where you like if you do best available player, you're not going wrong. And so what's intriguing right here, you got Walter Nolan and then Jaheed Campbell. Jaheed Campbell is nice, and the way edge rushers go, like for real, like he certainly might go in. You know, he might go early. But when I look at Walter Nolan, defensive tackle, Ole Miss, you know, he's really more of that 3 technique, 4 eye. But I like we need that consistent run stopper, a different level of a run stopper could be something special. Like I really like what he brings to the table. I really do. They don't have a right up on Jaheed. You got Kenneth Grant right here. All right, and again, we're not trading out, so we see what that's looking like. Got Evan Stewart. Now that's a different conversation. Like that's a different conversation for me, right? I really do think we do need a DT, but I think Evan Stewart, for me, right here, like when you look at the receivers that you possibly could have got, like this would be one that's like, all right, he can really change some things for us. And I know what people will say, he's not the number one on this team. Like, look, I think that's not true. The other guy's working the slot. And to me, I don't want a guy who's just going to work the slot because to me, that's taken away from CD. This somebody that can get out on the edge and get lethal with it. You know, he's still slight. He a light fella, but he can get lethal with it. He that vertical thing is nice. You know what? I think this is where we're going. Only because we need so much. But if you saw the game today, you're like, we really need another receiver. Like that's crucial. Like that is crucial, man. If you see that, like we got a bunch of number 3 receivers, man, and a bunch of 4s. Let's go ahead and do that. Be mad at me, like Nolan, like the DT would have been nice. He would have, but we really need a receiver right here. And again, I like him better than Tez. You can get Tez at 71, sure. I believe you get him in the 3rd. But again, he's playing the slot. He'll be great there, but that's taken away from CD. So I don't really like that. Now we're in the third. You could really be thinking running back here, maybe Quinston Judkins. He's nice. We really need a DB. We really need DT. DT's there too. DT, and I really like Schumer. I really do. He's nice. He's very similar to the guy we passed up on. Um, I don't see I don't see necessarily double dipping. Oh shit. Well, I guess we did double dip. I guess we did double dip. I guess we did double dip. Damn. Ain't editing it out. We're gonna roll with it. We're gonna roll with it. So since we did that, in for a penny, in for a pound, like we need a running back. Dylan Gabriel right here would be super nice. You think about that backup quarterback of the future. Let's see what running backs right. Let's see what running backs here. Really like Cal Monaghan, right? Really nice. Got Dallin Sampson, no question. I don't think he'll be here this deep. Like unless he runs slower than expected, I don't think he'll be here. Right? Devin might be here this deep. At this point, we definitely got to fill holes, DT. It's not our best draft because of that slip up. I really didn't want to go that deep into offense, but it is what it is. Let's see what we got. Safety. Devin is still there. I got to go there. All right, so this is where we went. Offense crazy heavy. Offense crazy heavy. Like this is different. So you get Kelvin Banks, Evan Stewart, Ernest Green. You thinking Ernest Green moving him to guard. That's the way you thinking right here. Right? Kelvin Banks can play guard too. But like, yeah, you putting the best 5 linemen on the field. Dallin Sampson. DT, safety. And then you get another running back with Devin there. I wouldn't be upset with the running backs. I think it's like I'm super disappointed we didn't address defensive tackle. So we're gonna continue to work on it. We got one more draft. See if we can do better, y'all. All right, we back at it with our last draft. We're gonna do. I'm really starting to like this one. NFL Draft Buzz. We're doing the 5 round, putting that thing on warp speed, randomizer on 2, regular trades on. They ain't doing the CPU trades. They get real crazy with it. That's one critique here. They get crazy. I'm going to use Draft Buzz rankings. They pretty legit, except how they do your boy. We'll see in the second round. Let's go. Loading it up. Start this thing up. I'm going to try to call them off if we see him, or it went too quick. We're not doing no trades. Minimize. So this way it get crazy. This would be crazy. You got Ashon Jeanty. You got McMillan. And now you got Mason Graham. Okay. This interesting. So I'm telling you now, Jeanty's special until we know otherwise. Jeanty is special. We know that. He is. But it's about 4 more special running backs in this class, right? It's about 4 more. Okay. All right. Then there's McMillan. He give you a little bit of that Randy Moss burners. He got that type of gas. Not Randy Moss, but Randy Moss light, like some high speed, 6'5" type of cat. Let's look at his profile, matter of fact. Let's look at his profile. Height 6'5", 94 percentile. Weight 212, 76 percentile. He got a 4'5". So some speed there. Not Randy Moss. That's disrespectful. My bad. But can you imagine him? Wide receiver from the University of Arizona has rapidly ascended the draft boards hailing from Hawaii. McMillan's football journey took off at Servite High School in California. We're here in 5-star recruit status. Yeah, that's nice. 6'5", 212 pounds. That's a nice prospect. It really is. And we need a receiver. We talked about that. We already know what Alvin. We know the fans. Y'all know y'all want the running back. So enough said. Some say he should have won a Heisman. I disagree, but any other year, I'm like he's there. But that's another conversation. He's number 2 on the board for a reason. But for me, right, receiver might not pan out. High bust factor. Anton Gentry, I don't think he can be a bust, but still, running backs they deep. But for me, Mason Graham, and I don't care what you say about his jersey being from Michigan, Mason Graham that one. He that one for me. He that one. He that one, man. You think about what the other teams in the NFC East are doing, like what they have done, right? They have loaded up on the inside. Man, look at the Eagles. Big boy after big boy after big boy after big boy. This I shot to get one of them big boys to slide down a little bit. He one of them type of big dudes. He really is. He really is. Like the motors there, all that's there, right? So I would be happy that I'm gonna make y'all mad. Like I would, you be happy with any of 3 of these, but for me, I like to solve a problem, long lasting. Let's get the defensive line right. Like I think pairing that with Michael Parsons, that could give us longevity. So I'm happy with that. Now, this gets interesting. First, let's take a quick look at the receivers left on the board. So you lose out on receivers here, though. Evan Stewart, maybe you get to Evan Stewart. I really like him. I really do like him, but I'm not ready to spend that second round on the receiver. You definitely got some quality safeties on the board. For me, though, if you think about what wins championships, I think you got to look beyond the little guys right here. I mean, they're intriguing, don't get me wrong, but I'm not as high on them. I'm looking at Jalen Walker, who certainly could be going higher in the first round. Tyler Booker, offensive guard. That's nice. Jaheed Campbell, another edge guy. But if you do Jaheed, you might as well do Jalen Carter if you're thinking like that, right? And then we already said safety. Ooh, ooh. Y'all would hate me. It's maybe too early to do it. Tyleek Williams right here. My God, with like you're talking about fixing your defense. You're talking about fixing it, but I think that's probably a reach. You passing on a lot of guys to get there. For me, it's saying like, how do you feel about guard versus what you saw on defense? I wasn't pleased with what I saw on defense. Really, even more the offense. I think if you get a receiver and a running back, need some line help though. No cap, you really do. But I think that line help would have been more of a tackle versus a guard. I think edge too. I think Jalen Walker right here makes a ton of sense, a ton of value. I think that's where we're going. So defense, we've gone defense. So again, free agency. You got to get some things done in free agency. You have your safety sitting at you, looking at you right there. Got Dylan Sampson sitting at you right there too as well. For me, I'm probably going to go up and get Evan Stewart in the third. For me, I just think, I believe I'm going to be able to get a running back. A running back. I believe I can get a running back. In the fifth round, I do. I can get 2 if I need to. I like Jaden Higgins too. Let's look at his profile before we get in here. So that speed, I'm really looking for somebody with that burn. I really like this kid. I really do. I really do like him. I really do like him. I really do. But when I like Eric and Lamar too. Like, I really do. But again, you got to get your receiver right here. They're not going to be there in the fifth round. It's going to be running backs in the fifth round. That's more of that speed. You're looking for that 4.42. He's nice. He really is. He really is nice. Let's look at Evan Stewart. See, that's what I'm looking for. That's the difference for me. That 4.33. That's what I want. That's what I want with CD. I want somebody to take the top off the Maybach. I think with that, him and CD, right, and then you get Turpentine into it a little bit more, and then see who else come along. I think then you got something, man. I'm thinking like that's some lethal speed out there. So that's where I want to go. That's where we're going to go. So now hopefully at 153, you really still got some really nice running backs. So I think Quiston Duck is right here was lovely, right? This is really lovely. You get your running back here. Deontay Lawson. You look at him, 4.6. I don't know if he fits our scheme. I really don't. I really don't. Nice prospect. I do think this guy right here, especially like he would come in and give you something. 4.49 give you. He has a little juice right there. I think you get something there. Really like the safety. Really like the safety here. I really do. I really like the safety here. I really like the safety here. I really like Sebastian Castro right here. Safety out of Iowa. I really do. I really like him right here. I really do. I am really a fan of this kid right here. I really am. On the slower side, though. He's on the slower side with that 4.6. I don't know about that. I don't know if that's what I want right here. I really don't. 205, I don't know. I'm really a fan of his. I'm not going to lie. Quishon Judkins is looking at you right there. I think I'm going to get Quishon Judkins. This is more of what we're looking for right here. You know what I mean? This is more of like 6'3", 235, 4.46. Five-star prospect. I like that. I like that for our team. He's more of what we want at linebacker. So I think we're gonna be looking at Samuel Madun Jr. versus his peer Dante Lawson for what we trying to do. Now if Dante Lawson he's still there, okay, okay. I mean, kid, you still here for us? 6'2", 4'6", 239. Maybe at the middle. Maybe at the middle. Maybe at the middle. Maybe at the middle. I mean, at this point, let's see how this ended up. This might be my favorite one. So you get Mason Graham. That's a starter. Like Mason Graham starting for you. Jalen Walker. I don't know if he's starting for you. I'm not, but he's definitely your third down rusher. He's definitely that. He's definitely that. We're happy that Evan Stewart, he's starting for you. You heard it here first. He's nasty. I'm telling you, him and Dak, this would be, y'all would look back and say this was the steal of the draft. Right? Evan Stewart at 77 would be a steal for me. Maybe Jalen Walker too, because he got hella tools. Quentin Justice, I'm happy with that. Like he's a nice running back, right? You got to pair him with something else though. Get linebacker depth, safety depth, linebacker. Probably should have took another running back. But anyway, y'all let me know. This was a triple stacker for you all because we love you over here at the channel. Remember, for the love, give us a like and subscribe. And as always, be safe and let's go Cowboys.